Hey, what's up, everybody? It's a Midweek Twist, episode number 2, brought to you by Cactus. We're kicking it off right now. Welcome back, everybody. It is Drew Stew, and this is the Midweek Twist by Cactus, episode number 2. Thanks for joining us. You know what day it is.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
That's right, and we've got a good show lined up. It is National Mentor Month, so we're kind of taking that twist with everything on the interweb and the social media like MyFace and Instabook, so make sure and keep following us here. We're talking to a lot of great cowboys and cowgirls all week long, and this week is no different. We've got one of the top all-around cowgirls of the business. And she not only is a great competitor out in the arena, but she is phenomenal as a coach as well. And let me introduce you to Miss Lari Dee Guy, all-around world champion, breakaway champion, team roping, head and heeling. And the last time we roped together, I think I roped 3 legs in a row in Amarillo. LD, it is good to see you today. And, we talked to Barry Berg last week, and it is National Mentor Month. So when you and I got on the phone a little bit earlier today, we were talking a little bit about it, and you have influenced a lot of people in your career, and right now you're out there, you're doing quite a few clinics right now, aren't you, throughout the course of the year?
Yes, I think we've scheduled about 15 so far.
Yeah, so about 15 clinics, and is that something that you're kind of getting more and more into? Are you driven to do that, or like what's the driving for? What makes a person want to go out and do clinics?
You know, I guess the part that drives me is my students. You know, like it's so cool to see what each and every one of them can accomplish and do, and you know, you get the stories and. Like people will write me and tell me that I influenced them in a certain way, and I blessed them this way or did this, and you don't even know that you even do those things when you're sitting there helping someone rope, and it drives me to want to do better and be a better coach and even be a better person.
Sure. So with this whole theme of Mentor Month, the coaching, does coaching teach you? Do you find yourself leaving these clinics and go, man, I think I can take a little bit different angle, or are these students teaching you anything through your journey as a coach?
That's where I learn everything, is through each and every student that I help. It's crazy. Like I'll come home from a school and I'm like, man, I got to try this and I got to do this and see if this helps that person. I even tell myself these certain things that I tell the kids because like I'll be thinking there's only one way to do this and there's only one way that you can understand this, and then they don't get it a certain way, and you have to go back and you have to help each and every person individually, and you have to be creative in what you do, and it's I learn every school I come back from.
Oh, that's great. So you're going out, you're doing the clinics, you got 15 of them a year, which is a lot. People think,
yeah.
15's not too many. 15 is a lot when there's only 52 weeks out of the year. So that means you're doing a lot of those clinics. There has got to be a balance with what you're doing. You're not a professional clinician. You're a professional horsewoman and roper and everything else. So is it hard to kind of find a balance for you to stay sharp yourself right there and do both?
Yeah, you have to work hard at it because, you get into training mode and you get to helping, people and training people, and then you come home and then you got to be out of that mode and get into winning right away. And you only have, so many days. Like I might come home in between a clinic and only have 2 days to rope for myself and get everything ready. And then you have your house and you have your barn, you have the ranch, you have everything that you have to do, and you have to get it all done in these 2 days. And it really is hard to find a balance. And doing a lot of schools is really hard, but, I feel that I do them for the people. I feel there's so many people out there that want to learn and want to get something out of it. And, there's so little time that you have to be able to do that and have your face in front of people. And, in order to have your face in front of people, you have to be sharp, and people have to be willing to want you to come and help them. You have to be winning. You have to be, you have to be at the top of your game or people don't want you, you know?
Boy,
And
that's a great point right there. Yeah, that's a great point.
hard thing.
Yeah. So in staying on top of your game, you're helping these people, and just for my own curiosity, you've been to a couple clinics and stuff where somebody just doesn't get it. Have you ever had that happen to you as a coach where maybe somebody doesn't pick it up, and have you dealt with that struggle before at all where, man, you're just trying to help and it just may seem like it's not quite clicking for somebody?
Well, that's the one thing you don't want to happen. You want everyone to get it, you know. But when someone doesn't get something, to me, what it seems like is it's hard for that person to step out of their comfort zone and to try something new and do something, different. And honestly, I have a lot more success, with boys than I do the young girls. It's not the little girls and it's not the older girls. It's usually just the younger girls that have a little comfort zone that they don't ever want to step out of. And it's almost, it embarrasses them not to, be great right away. They'll try your way just for just a second, and then, then they're done with that. And that's the hardest thing that I get is people not wanting to step out of their comfort zone. If everyone steps out of their comfort zone and willing to learn, I will promise them there's nothing I'm going to teach them that's going to hinder their roping. I mean, it's just basics of roping and basics of riding. Everything that you want to bring them is something to help them, and they have to understand that it's there to help them, not hinder them. And that's the only thing that I see is just the comfort zone.
Well, I think that's outstanding. So in order, we were laughing about it earlier. The definition of insanity is just doing the same thing over and over and over and wondering why you're not getting any better, why things aren't changing. Well, LD, that's we just got a little bit more time here. As a mentor and a coach out there, what would you like to say to those people? It doesn't matter if it's somebody young or somebody old. Give us some words of advice going forward.
Like I see that, everyone kind of learns in their own different way, and there's principles out there that are proven to work, but each student interprets each of them differently. And, as a coach, I feel that I have to identify how they learn and approach each of them as an individual, not as a whole group. And, if everyone can just step out of their comfort zone and be willing to learn, that's the main thing. You got to give up and, put your heart into what someone is teaching you and believe in them. And that I guess that movie, 7 Days in Utopia, see it, feel it, trust it, and that, that's what someone has to do. They have to see what you're doing. They have to trust it, like they have to see it, feel it, and then trust it. And the thing about feeling it is being able to step out of the comfort zone and do it.
Well, LD, I think that's about as good a words of wisdom as we could get from anybody, and I sure appreciate you hanging out here with us on the Midweek Twist by Cactus. And with that, everybody, remember that we're going to be here every Wednesday. We're going to be here next week with Mike Pyland, the founder of Cactus Ropes, and we'll go to Kimmy Wall, the 2016 NFR barrel racer, and the first Wednesday, which is the 1st of February, we'll be having Jake Long. Everybody, thanks for tuning in to episode number 2 of the Midweek Twist. I am Drew Stew telling you to make sure you put a rope in your hand. Go have a great week, everybody.